Today we're checking out the Eibach 1-inch Pro Truck rear lift blocks for the 2021-25 four-wheel drive, 2.7 liter and 3.5 liter EcoBoost, and the 5.0 F-150 Super Crew, but excluding the Raptor. If you want a little extra rear height for towing, to clean up the stance a little bit, or balance out a front level kit, then this is a simple bolt-on that does the job without changing a bunch of other parts, and it is definitely worth checking out. The key features here are going to start with a clean 1-inch rear lift that keeps your factory leaf springs in place. A lot of folks add rear blocks when the truck squats with a trailer and the rear sits lower after a front leveling kit, or they want to touch more room for bigger tires over bumps in the rear. That 1 inch is going to bring you back to a slight rake so the truck doesn't look nose high, and it's going to help control squat when you load the bed or hook up a trailer. And it gives a little extra clearance from a full compression. This kit is made to fit with the F-150's rear setup, and it's going to line up perfectly. It's designed for a straightforward bolt-on install with just basic tools, and if you stick with me, we'll show you that install here in a minute. When it comes to the construction on this, the blocks are strong, precision-made aluminum with durable finish to fight rust and road grime over time. The faces are going to be cut flat so that they sit square on the spring and axle pad, and the locating pins line up like stock. Hardware is built to handle heavy-duty trucks and everyday wear and tear. So once it's torqued down, it stays put and works with your factory leaves the way that it should. Now, as far as the pricing on this, it's coming in right in that low $200 price range for a name brand set of 1-inch blocks that fits right in and holds up. That's a solid value if you want better stance and a little more support without spending big money on your rear suspension. When it comes to the install on this one, it's going to get rated a simple 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. You can be able to get this job done in just 1 hour if everything goes smooth. So let's head on out to the shop, and we're going to give you a detailed walkthrough of exactly how this install process goes.
For this install, you will need various impacts, a ratchet, some size adapters if necessary, small extension, 13, 15, a shallow 17, 21 and 22 millimeter sockets, and an 18 millimeter wrench. Also not shown here is a jack and jack stands or a few pole jacks. What's up guys, today we're going to be doing some lift blocks on our F-150, so let's get started. Alrighty guys, so we've got the truck in the air, we've got the wheels off, we've got a couple pole jacks underneath our differential to support it. We've also got one under the pinion on our differential as well. It's going to help keep our pinion angle set where we want it. First thing we need to do is remove our bottom shock bolts so we can get these out. So we got our 15 mil socket and an 18 mil wrench, and we'll pop those off. Get your shock out of the perch. Then we'll do the same thing for the other side. All right, so now it's time to remove our factory U-bolts and cradle and our factory lift blocks. So what we're going to do is we already have the other side loosened up. You can do this one side at a time. Just want to make sure the other side is loose. We're going to grab our 21 millimeter socket, loosen up all 4 nuts for our U-bolts, drop our cradle down, remove that, and then remove our U-bolts, lower our diff down, and get our lift block out. Last one, you want to support your cradle. Drop this down. We can remove factory U-bolts. Lower this down. To get our factory lift block out. All right, so now that we've got our factory block and everything else out, what we're going to do first is install our new U-bolts and our factory cradle just very loosely. This is just a safety precaution. It just keeps the whole differential caged. It's kind of good practice, so we'll set our U-bolts in right where the factory ones went. Get our factory cradle back into position. Line that up. The U-bolts. And we'll get our supplied washers and nuts on. Okay, if that hangs for a second. On the other side. We'll get our other two in place. Now that this is in place, we'll lower the differential down enough to get our new block in. Get that height. Go a little bit farther. Slide this in position. We've got that in, we'll raise this back up. And you want the factory dowels to line up with the new block. Scoot this over. Now once you've got to this point, you can do the same thing on the other side. Now once you have both sides in place, we can come back and tighten everything down with our 22mm socket on our impact. Once you got this side tight, you can do the same thing for the other side. Always remember to torque your hardware down to the manufacturer recommended specs. Now we can get our bottom shock mounts back in place. So we'll need to compress our shock a little bit. Get our factory bolt back in place. And we'll reinstall our 18mm nut. We'll come back and tighten this down again with our 15mm socket and 18mm wrench. And you can do the same thing for the other side. Now we're going to install our bump stop spacer, so we need to take our bump stop out. That's held in by a 13mm bolt, so we've got a 13mm socket and extension on our ratchet, and we'll pop that out. So now we've got our spacer that's going to line up with our two locator tabs on our factory bump stop, just like so. And what you want to do to make this a little bit easier, we're going to get our 17mm socket for our new bolt. We're going to get this into our socket. We're going to put this up through our bump stop and get that going all the way through. At least have a couple threads showing. Then we're going to get this in place and get it installed. Now sometimes this is a little tricky, so I've got a magnet underneath on the bolt head. We're going to very lightly get our thread started. And once that's started, it'll hang. We'll bring back our 17mm socket and extension. Now we'll get our bolt started. That tighten down. Now once you have this side in, you can repeat the same process for the other side. Alrighty folks, that about wraps up our review and install of our Eibach 1-inch Pro Truck rear lift blocks for your 21 to current 4-wheel drive 2.7 and 3.5 liter EcoBoost and 5 liter F-150 Super Crew, excluding the Raptor. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.